Hello artists! This morning we have got a really lovely art project to work on. It's a beautiful mix of a relaxation exercise and an artwork. We are going to be making mandalas. Some of you have done this before, but some of you this will be completely new. So what you're going to need is a few different circle things from your kitchen or cupboards that can help us to make our templates. So you could use, it looks like a cooking section over here. We've got pot lids, bowls, cans, milk bottle top lid. We need a range of different size circles so that we can create our shape and our nice circle. So most people will be able to find something in their kitchen or in their pantry or whatever you can use to make circles with. So we're going to start with using our templates. You're going to need some paper, some pens, and then something to colour with. So felt, pastels, you could use coloured pencils, paints, anything that you've got that's going to add colour to your artwork. So let's get started. So we're going to start with our biggest circle. Makes it nice and easy to see what we're doing. Just pop that in the middle of the page. And we're just going to draw around that. So our dinner plate is a good size. So we do our biggest circle and then we're just going to go down to the next size. So you can see, you can line up our circle there. So you can get it in the middle before you draw around that. Draw around that there. Then we get our next size. I think this is going to be a good size. That one on next. Trace around that. So when you're tracing around, try and keep your pen or your pencil nice and close to what you're tracing around so that you get a nice circle. We don't want any lumpy, bumpy bits on there. That looks about right. So the next smallest size there. And trace around that. And finishing off with our teeny tiny one in the middle there. There we go. And there we are. We have created our, looks like a bullseye, doesn't it? So now each of these circles we're going to draw a pattern of some sort in there. So we're going to start in the middle and we are going to draw almost like a flower. So you choose a shape and then you repeat that shape all the way around inside that circle. So we're going to do a flower shape there, petal shape. So some shapes that you can use, which are quite good for these mandalas, are these shapes here. So we've got a range of different shapes that you can easily repeat inside the circles. So I'll pop some pictures up on the side here for you to see some good shapes to use in your mandala. A little flower to start with. So next we're going to go with this shape here. So we just repeat the shape as we go around. Very nice. We can add a little extra shape in here as well. We've got a little bit of space, so we're just going to pop a little triangle in there. Coming along well. So now we're up to the next circle. So we pick another shape to go in there. I think we will do some hearts in that one. So we'll do some heart shapes all the way around. There we are, there's the heart layer. Let's try doing the teardrop shape for the next circle. Beautiful. That's looking amazing. let's try a half circle for our next one. So we're just going to do like this, a scallop. There we are, there's the scallop. Now around this outside edge, I always like to put a little pattern around here as well, so it's not just a flat edge. So you can do little triangles or little lines, spiky parts. I'm going to do a little small half circle all the way around just to finish that edge. And that's the edge around there just to finish that off. Now you can see there's some little spaces inside these shapes here. So we can go back in and add a little bit more detail into these. So what I'm going to do is just add a half circle in here and some small circles all the way around the edge into all of those in this section. So we'll go ahead and do that. So at this point you're just adding details into your shapes. The more details you add, the more amazing your design is going to be. Also, the more work you're going to have, because you're going to have a lot more things to add colour to later. And I'm going to add a little triangle inside there. Now what shape should we add into here? We could do a little circle. Maybe we'll make it like an eyeball. We'll make it look like an eye. What do you think? It's coming along nicely, isn't it? Now we might add some little circles into our hearts here. You can also add little drawings into some spaces as well. So I'm going to add these little whale tails. Gorgeous. And maybe we'll just add a little shape in here as well into these. Just to finish that off. And a little dot on there. There we are, there is the finished pattern, and that's ready to add some colour to. So this is where all your pastels, paints, felts and everything come into play. Time to get those out and you can just start adding some colour on. So you can add colour into each part, so maybe you make each circle the same colour. You might want to do a repeated pattern, or you might just want to do a general colour wash over that. If you're using paints, or you just want to put some coloured pencil over your design into the washing pattern rather than colouring the individual parts, up to you how you want to add your colour. So I am working with some beautiful watercolour pencils, and these pencils are beautiful because you can add a little bit of water in a brush and just spread the colour out, which is also why if you are going to be using paints or something that's watery, you may want to do your design in a Sharpie or something like that, or a pencil. Because if you use a felt to do that, then likely what's going to happen is you start putting on your paint or putting on the water, and it's going to bleed your design out. So you want something that's not going to bleed when you start to add your colour, which is why I was using the Sharpie. So let's start on the outside. I'm just going to start just doing a little bit of colour into these circles. I've got a nice red there. Now the magic of these watercolour pencils, a little bit of water, and then we just blend that over the top. So these are Faber-Castell makes these. They're really nice to work with. So yeah, I can highly recommend getting yourself some of these gorgeous watercolour pencils. So I'm just going to keep going, adding in colour to each different section, and let's see how it turns out. Go! There is our finished mandala. All the beautiful colours in there, all of our gorgeous patterns, and it was a really relaxing process. So drawing it and adding the colour and things is a really lovely art project to do. So hopefully you guys will have a go as well. You can keep your design as simple as you like. The more patterns you put in, the longer it's going to take, and the bigger you make it, the longer it's going to take. So up to you how long you want to spend, but hey, at the moment all of us have got lots of time on our hands, so you should be able to do a beautiful design. Please send me photos of what you have been making. Send me pictures of your mandalas if you create one, and I would love to see what you've made in today's art session. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!